MPX addicts, and welcome to MPX Rehab. We have been far too socially distant for far too long, and now we are back on the couch again. I am your host, the hashtag Certified Mutt, Jay Williams, here with my co-host, as always, Rocky, the Certified Mutt.
You should know it's the live from the studio apartment, in downtown Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
Now, the voice of the MPX addicts, Kyle Smith.
And it was really, really, really nice. Would you send the boss a link?
I'm about to.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of but it was great to finally be back at MPX after 2 weeks away. Let me tell you, COVID is a bitch. Don't get it. Get the vaccine, wash your damn hands, wear a damn mask, whole 9 yards. This ain't over yet, folks.
So it didn't finish the job.
No, it didn't.
See what happens when you make me go live?
I wouldn't let it.
Oh, you kicked out.
We had a lot of fun on this.
Well, I don't know. While me and Richard may have an actual better show, it is more fun with you.
Because we kind of go off the wall.
Well, yeah, and then fucking people interrupt us, and we lose our train of thought, and then I say stupid shit like I wish COVID took you out. And then you shoot on me saying how I get out of bed and my back hurts. Asshole. I think that's the one time in our, 2-year career, I was like, fuck, he actually got me.
It's like I've broken you before, but that's like the first time the zinger just went.
Yeah, that was the fun. That was the one where I was like, oh, damn, it's true and it hurts. Ha ha, fake laugh, hiding real pain.
Yeah, I can't judge. I feel my back out all the fucking time, too. Actually, for me, it's more it's like I've got the sciatica thing going on.
I will never forget literally turning 30, and all of a sudden my body's like, ha, fuck you.
Yeah.
And it's like, why does my knee hurt? Oh, shit, my arm hurts. Hey, I just threw my shoulder out trying to get out of bed. Oh, I woke up and I can't move because my back sucks.
The boss says next time he's going to call you names.
Why?
It's the boss.
It's the boss. That's why.
He can barely hear you, so I guess turn Jay up.
Yeah, go ahead and turn me up.
I thought we did a sound check, but apparently not.
You did, and it sounded right.
Well, apparently.
Okay, well, just turn me up then.
MPX commentator says, no, it doesn't.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, see if people are talking on there.
Let's see who else says they can't hear you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just him. Why doesn't he just turn his volume up and then maybe it works?
We've got like all of 4 people watching right now.
Hi, Dimitri and Tommy Dean and Tommy Prince and Zero.
and Richard.
Oh yeah, and Richard.
Oh,
and Patrick.
Yeah, that's all 4. Yeah.
He says it's like you're not plugged in. Did you check your mic?
Plugged in.
Because I'm super loud, apparently. But he should
Well,
know that. I'm always loud.
That's nothing new.
Apparently you watch the shows at home and you can hear me.
I don't know. I guess we're doing a live sound check while we're doing this.
Yeah,
Even
makes
though we
sense.
already did a sound check and it sounded fine to us.
We're
Maybe
just giving people time to come in,
Yeah. I mean, it's like this isn't the first time Richard said, "Oh, one of you sounds really low and one of you is really high." Maybe it's just his phone.
He wants to know if your mic's actually turned on.
Is my mic turned on?
Yes, all of our mics are turned on.
So yes, the mics are turned on. I think there's just something wrong with your speakers, boss. But MPX is Texas famous. They don't like that?
Apparently not.
Well, there's a few things that people don't like. I'm not gonna say it.
No, that's why I covered my mic. And you're not supposed to repeat it. Goddamn. I have you on TV, not my speaker. So turn your TV up to volume 20, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. I know sometimes I have to turn my TV up for some things.
I usually can rock 15 or so, maybe 10 on mine. Yet if my wife is watching, it's a fucking 80 because she's deaf. So, I remember we watched Avengers when I got on DVD on Blu-ray. Fucking 100, all the way up to maximum. I'm like, what the hell? Like me and the cat are like, ow, our ears, but no.
Well, as long as she gets to enjoy it too, I guess. But yeah, Texas Famous, hell of a show. And you know what? We actually had Texas talent in this one.
All Texas talent.
Not just saying Texas style wrestling and booking, the cast offs from certain big federations.
Well, you can't teach that. Or you can't be very important. One or the other.
Yeah, one of the two. But yeah, I mean, it's like the first match alone was absolute fire. I mean, look at who was in it. It was Exodus Prime, one of the best guys we've got at MPX, taking on Gino Medina. And holy crap, this match was...
That set the tone for the entire match.
It really did.
Which, I'm a little disappointed Exodus didn't take our advice and get his fucking hands up.
Yeah.
I don't know how many...
He's like, I don't think he watches Rehab, but he's like, seriously, if you're going to be taking on Gino... Put your hands up.
I don't know how many fucking kicks he took to the side and the back of the head, but Jesus Christ.
He says his head's okay.
No, he immediately, we talked about our show. He goes, no, I'm fine. I'm like, are you sure? Because some of those looked legit. And, well, we've seen people against Gino, and they're legit.
Gino's not... Gino's kind of stiff.
Gino's Rob Van Dam, where, he looks like he has control. He does not.
Yeah. Or he has control, he just doesn't care.
That too.
But, this match was huge. I mean, it's the fact that Gino's interesting. He comes in as a face, as a heel, and everything like that, and the fans just fall right in line with whatever he's doing.
I was going to say, I think it's pretty much who he goes against.
Yeah.
And more times than 9 out of the 10 times he's coming to MPX Arena, he's been a heel.
Yeah.
And we immediately said, it's like, oh, it's Texas. He'll be a face. This will be weird because we've never really seen him as face. And he does it. He fits in perfectly. And he wore pink and black, which I thought was very, very fitting, and the fact that he could, if he wanted to, use the old moniker of the best there is, the best there was, the best there will be. He's fucking technical as shit.
He is.
And it was great to watch him in Exodus, and it was the first time we really saw Exodus kind of do that type of work too, as far as how technical he could be. Yeah, no, it was really putting someone up against Exodus who can really match him, And honestly, it was like, even the next match, as we're going to talk about in a bit, I was kind of almost wanted to see what it would look like if we had mixed up the opponents on that one. Because it's like the next one was Joe Angelo Garcia and Brian Keith, which was a fantastic match. But I also kind of want to see Joe versus Gino. I want Joe and G. That is hands down my new favorite match that I want to see before this year ends. Because I think Joe and Gino is going to be one of the best technical sound matches you will see this year against, and it'll be somebody who can keep up with Joe. Exactly. And it's going to be, like I said, I would put up against anything WWE, New Japan, AEW, any of the big feds, any local promotions, any promotion in the world. Gino and Joe would be hands down one of the best matches of the year. And Brian Keith versus Exodus would be a hell of a match too, because Brian Keith's got that charisma that he can match Exodus, and excuse me. Still got some after effects. Do I want to know? Yeah, no, and if you go to IWTV, you can see Brian and Exodus already have a match, and it was great. Because we saw New Texas Pro tapings. That was when we first saw Brian Keith. We're like, oh, we want him here more. Yeah, no, that's that's one of the reasons I was so glad I was actually able to make it to Texas Famous, because I already missed Luigi Primo. That pissed me off. Well, and you heard Richard, he's coming back. He was a huge fan of Luigi Primo. Good. Which we had always said he would be. Yeah. And Brian Keith was one of those where, we saw a news story where we're like, oh, we want him, he'd be great. And then a month later, he kind of just shot off the charts. I know, right? New Texas Pro really helped. You know what it is? He came and wrestled at the MPX Arena. Oh, exactly. That's where everyone gets their big start. So as soon as you come wrestle at the MPX Arena, boom, your star just rises. Look at the fucking clown. We made him a star, and we haven't had him back because he's too fucking big. Or he wants too much money, one or the other. He's too busy. He's too busy. We'll put it that way. He's too busy. He's getting booked. I mean, we just don't want him. Look at T-Ray. We don't get T-Ray back very often because he's so booked. T-Ray is great. I saw him at Heavy Metal, and it was phenomenal. I forgot how good he was. Yeah. But no, that's the thing. Like, Joe and Gino would be great, but Joe and Brian, it was one of those where we had talked about last week. It's like, man, I hope Joe's ready for the stiffness that Brian brings, and then I hope Brian can keep up, and they both did. They both delivered, and seeing Joe, we've seen him be physical, but not that physical, and that was really good. I liked, because again, and like I had said before, Brian Keith's entrance is very different elsewhere, but it fit here too. Like his
Mhm.
music and his presence. I was sitting there. I was like, "There's no way to go. They're just still tipping. They're just.
Yeah.
I know the MPX. I know the addicts. I know the people who run it. They're not going to still tip and play through the building. But the insurance they use and the video package and his presence still fit
Oh, yeah.
perfectly.
It's just kind of disappointing. Apparently, people really wanted Brian Keith's music on the Spotify list.
I
was like,
was
"I'm
going to
sorry,
tell
guys."
you, I was going to message you. I'd be like, dude, just add still tip, and that's his actual ring music.
Yeah.
But it's again, his music was great for our audience and
Mhm.
for our product. Well, I say ours for MPX product, and we're at Rehab. We can say ours.
Yeah.
We have the 3 letters in front of our name. And this is when we get a message saying you're not MPX. But like, I understand. I'm sorry. We don't work for the company.
We don't actually work for them. We work with them, and it's great.
I was
but-
going to say, is this where we have to do the thing where we don't work nor speak for the company
Oh yeah,
itself?
that's the big one. We do not speak for MPX. Anything we say, that's us. If you if you have a problem with something we say, we have a page on Facebook. Feel free to message it. We will respond as soon as we can.
So, like when I say DCW is dead, it goes straight to you.
yeah, always. Jeebus crow, that was a.
Which
Well,
remi-
it really is now.
Which remind me, I've got information about that later.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll
we'll
tell
talk
you
about-
after the air.
Yeah.
I found
Sorry,
that out.
not for y'all.
I found that out on Friday. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Okay. but no, the first 2 matches really did set the tone for the night, and it really just showed exactly what we were in for at this show, because it was freaking fantastic.
It was. And then going back real quick to Exodus, and I know I say it every week, and people are probably going to sick of it. No one works a crowd better than
Really.
Exodus.
No, really. Yeah.
I mean, him and Schaefer are probably the 2 best heels that work a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Isaac, and Isaac's more, it's a very different working the crowd. But Exodus and Schaefer, man, they know how to play the role and how to get people pissed off at them, even if they're trying to cheer them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see, besides Lugo, if anyone else stands or tries to cheer for Exodus, he slams them down.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, don't need you.
Even you, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Even me. And then and Schaefer's the same way. Schaefer's no way. He doesn't want anyone to cheer for him. But it's the same thing. Like, and it was great to have Doug back and to have Exodus immediately run out there and go right in Doug's face.
Where you been? Look what I got.
Exactly.
You don't know what's in here? Yeah. No. Oh man. Just watching him stand on the belt, I do mark out to that. It's
But
like,
again, you don't know what's in that belt. You don't know what's in the bag.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping it's like some cast-off replica of like a WWE belt or something like that.
No, no,
He's
it's
just standing
it's
on.
the addict style.
I know.
Whoever gets that belt's gonna have like dents, and you're like, God damn it!
But,
I also love how the bag is literally the handle's broke, but he still carries the same bag.
doesn't matter.
Oh, it's so
'Cause he doesn't
great.
care. Yeah,
No,
he doesn't care.
Like, honestly, most would be kind of cool if he just brought a trash bag out. I think that would really be great.
That really would, yeah. But yeah, those 2 matches alone set the tone for the night, and we've made jokes about it's like, oh yeah, every match was match of the night, and no, really, this time it really was.
Well, and we kind of knew that when you saw the talent announced, and then it was called Texas Famous. I mean, there's no way that it can be.
Yeah, well, Texas wrestling is best.
Exactly, and it's not even just the, like you said, the quote unquote Texas SWE type wrestling. No, it's literal Texas talent.
It's
that
guys who
makes
came
it
up,
great.
made themselves here in Texas, and are becoming famous through Texas
Yes.
wrestling. And yes, okay, sorry, but even it's like we've always talked about how sometimes with the card subject to change and everything like that, sometimes it produces some really amazing matches, or really friggin' entertaining matches, because the next one was supposed to be Matthew Palmer, the Monster Hunter, taking on the Savage King. But that didn't happen for one reason or another.
Savage King was scared of MPX.
Yeah, Savage King backed out, and so therefore, they found another opponent or opponents for Matthew Palmer, and we got to see something we've been kind of waiting for.
Yep.
With Matlock and Dexter Hardaway, and it was great because it just showed, Palmer is one of the best technical wrestlers in MPX. But he's also really entertaining to watch, because
I was
he's
going to say,
just
no, he's the wily veteran who sits in the corner and eats popcorn waiting for his time.
Exactly.
This I really dug because, yeah, the same, like you said, Palmer's so entertaining. And we finally got the kind of confrontational showdown of Locke and Dexter,
Mm-hmm.
which people immediately I saw after the show, they were sitting there like, "Oh, Dexter's not no, Dexter is Texas now. We claimed him. We stole him from Oklahoma.
He lives in
He's
Dallas.
ours." Well, yeah.
I mean, look at
he
what
li-
his
he
look-
moved here now.
Yeah, it's like, and look what one of the big things of his gimmicks, Buc-ee's.
Exactly. And
I mean, I may not be the biggest fan of Buc-ee's myself, but dang it, people, come on.
sir, Bucky's the best.
Mm.
You praise that beaver, sir. There is Bucky's and there is QT, and that is it.
I already get enough hate. I ain't going into why I don't like Buc-ee's much, but
Oh, were you the son of a bitch on Bambi's post that said you're getting rid of Bucky's?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I hate you now.
I was one of those.
Oh my god. Both y'all are fired. I'm taking over the whole production crew. But no, and even before Dexter, claimed Texas, he was always about Bucky's and always about Texas.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's one of those from Oklahoma we kind of stole and took, like Dimitri, West, Tommy Dean. Hopefully Luke Langley, we get more and more, and we can finally say, nope, he's ours now.
I hope.
Because those are guys that, while yes, people are going to say I'm shitting on Oklahoma, they deserve bigger stages, and Texas
Okay,
gives
there are
that
people
bigger
who
stage.
tune in specifically to hear you shit on Oklahoma.
Well, apparently, I learned that. But no, that's the thing is, Oklahoma has some good wrestling companies and good wrestlers here and there, but Texas has a
Honestly,
bigger
yeah,
stage.
I like OKX. OKX is good.
Yeah, that show seemed amazing. But it's just something about Texas wrestling that in Texas in general, that their name gets out more.
Mm-hmm.
And case in point, why Dexter chose to spend his last 3 or 4 years mainly in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I think that obviously proves, and Dimitri, same thing, moved to Austin and moved to Texas for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing is, you're sitting there and you're like, these talents, we're going to take them, and they are going to be bigger names here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Luke's one of the last ones that, if we get him more and more, which we should, because if anyone is not impressed with him, I'm shocked by it.
Yeah, no, they're missing out on something.
But I loved how this match started with Locke and Dexter just immediately picking up where they left off.
Mm-hmm.
What, 3 or 4 months ago?
God, yeah.
We lost the whole Tim Storm debacle, which is fine. Hopefully, maybe
I'd love to see that happen.
I was going to say,
eventually.
maybe before Dexter retires, we get Dexter and Tim, because that would be a great match.
Mm-hmm.
I know, obviously, Tim Storm's very busy. And Dexter's got
When you're a legend like he is.
I was going to say, and Dexter's got a end line.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember, July 24th.
Yeah, it's June or July. I know it's the 24th.
That's one of those where, like, man, I hope that match happens. But having him and Locke kind of do their deal off the bat, and then Palmer just sitting there in the corner with popcorn was brilliant. I'll be the first to admit, I don't fully understand, or like the addition of
Renfield?
Palmer having an assistant.
Yeah.
It kind of.
He looks familiar to me.
I hope you're joking and just playing up the
Yeah.
bit. Okay, good. I was like, no, you know exactly who that is.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against the performer. Renfield is good.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't seem Palmer needed that. It
feels
kind of
like
came out
there's-
of left field. to me.
It did come out of left. Well, actually, yes and no, because remember when he first started the Monster Hunter gimmick, he was looking for an assistant to help him with this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, true.
So it's like, this kind of feels like it's a bit late for that, but at the same time, at least it has its roots in actual Angle.
No, I do like the idea of Palmer trying to summon Hardagas and summon some random character.
Yeah.
Be like, oh yeah, no, this is.
I'm just imagining Palmer's wife walking in, seeing him,
Seeing
him in the.
And that was the first thing when he goes, I'm going to try something. I was like, oh, it's going to be his wife in the background. It'll be a fun little, thing for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out to be Renfield. I go, oh, that's kind of funny. But no, my mind was already set to something else.
Yeah. Or just she opens the door. What are you doing?
Right? Be like, what the hell is wrong with you? You're better than this, Matt. But no, again, it came out of left field. And it also, when he came out, he was more centerfold Palmer than Monster Hunter Palmer.
He did, yeah. He felt a little more. It was like somewhere between Centerfold and Anarchy.
Right, which is, I know it made sense for Renfield because they both kind of played off that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, that's cool. But again, it just, I don't know. We kind of lost the Monster Hunter, I thought, a little bit in that aspect of adding Renfield.
But then again, he wasn't going up against a monster this time. He was going up against Dexter and Matt.
You're not calling Dexter a monster?
No.
Or the strong style Matlock?
I'm going to bash your head in, Matlock.
Which apparently he wants to destroy Red Chamber. Like him and Red seem to have a little.
I know. I've noticed that, and I actually kind of find that funny that he and Red Chambers are going back and forth, just teasing the hell out of each other.
I am enjoying the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, no, it's been fantastic. I know.
Out of that match, I don't know who I'd want to win more.
Ooh, I can immediately tell you who I want to win more, but
that sucks.
I'm sorry. I still look. I love Red. I think he's a great talent.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't stand the gimmick.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like it's not the dumbest gimmick we've seen come across.
Oh no, that's Mr. Renfield. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
I was gonna say it's like you've got the Mighty the Toad.
Oh, Sapo? Yeah, it's been a while. I forget he's there. I forgot who
is he there though. That's the question.
It was one of those things. Go ahead and keep talking. I'll find it. Aaron Mercer or Great Scott tweeted something that made me immediately think of Sapo.
Oh, jeez. But no, it's like I would like to see what goes on with that one. It's like because I do think that would it's gaining enough momentum among the fans at least because they're having fun with it.
I think it'll be great to see them actually get it because that is the thing. It's while we do kind of make fun of Red and the gimmick and everything like that, people do like him and they do want to see him in matches.
Yeah.
And people do like Matlock. Matlock brings a style much like Brian Keith, where I said he brought that Texas strong style to MPX. That's what Matlock brings. He'll say strong style, but it's not full Japanese. It is again, it's Texas strong style. Yeah. It's it's Texas wrestling, it's smash mouth in your face, but it's also kind of got a Japanese feel to it.
Yeah.
And I think the addicts really do dig that. This is a Great Scott tweet. He goes, some of y'all don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, yet you want to wrestle Daniel Bryan. Does that not entitle Sapo right there?
That really does, yeah.
Like, as soon as he posted that, if I had an idea of Great Scott knowing who Sapo was, I'd be like, oh, you mean like El Sapo? But I obviously know Great Scott has no idea who the fuck Sapo is.
That's okay. There's a bunch of our viewers who I'm pretty sure they have no idea who Sapo is. He hasn't been there in so long.
He's the greatest luchador in MPX history, remember?
No. We have Mr. Legs now.
Yeah. Legs kind of took that over.
And I'm really interested to see where that's going to go for next week. So we'll talk about that one a bit. But after that, we
just joined in.
Huh?
Mad Prince just joined in.
Hi, I'm Mad Prince.
Which one? He's got 3 voices. I'm just curious which voice is here. Is it the sane one, the crazy one, or the, I don't know, depressed one? I don't know what his 3 voices are. Yeah. No, that's the sane one.
But speaking of the one that has fun and everything like that, the next match was Remedy and Sky in their Unlucky 13 match, which I made jokes about it, but it's absolutely true. There was this gaggle of teenage girls who just, the stapling was happening, and they're like, nope.
No, there were so many people around us that, the sound of the staple, you heard people go, ugh, like they cringed. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple that walked out, a couple that grabbed a smoke, a couple that just were like, went to the back, the chill, because, they couldn't take it.
Yeah, it's like literally just saying, nope, can't do it, too far.
And it's one of those where I'm like, dude, I loved it. I was like, to me, like,
it's nowhere near as bad as the excessive violence match was, but I get where they're going on that.
Well, again, and I think part of that is it's the sound.
Yeah. You get that pop sound every time the staple gun.
Again, it's a little biasness. This was probably my favorite match as far as just because of the sound, the crowd interaction, just to quote Remedy, fun that you had in this match watching.
Yeah.
It was great.
Mad Prince says we don't know yet. Also, we have no curfew. We can stay up and play at the playground however long we want. And Scraggy says Sapo is dead and buried.
Yeah, I was gonna say, read the text you just got. It's kind of true. But Remedy and Sky was really great, and it was, I don't know, it was very, I don't want to say classic old school hardcore wrestling, but it was very late. It was laid out very well. Because there is a thing, we said it with Sky and Dimitri's excessive violence. There is a way you can there's a way to properly lay out a hardcore death match. And these two laid it out perfect, because there are times where you can watch a GCW show and you can be like, oh, this is just throwing chairs. These are the throw chairs at
It's
each
two
other.
guys sitting in the ring beating each other with light sticks.
And then there is a time where you're like, oh, this is laid out to actually build like a story and build like wrestling. And these two did it perfectly.
Yeah.
We said it before, Deathmatch Andre, he liked the giant Brian Pillman. Everything, he truly is like, he's one of the better big men wrestlers really out there. And same with Sky. Sky's one of those that I don't think he gets enough credit for how good in ring he is. Yes, people know he can do hardcore. Yes, people know this and that. But
I think even if a lot of it sometimes has to do with the look, and
Well, and that's the thing I was going to say. Like, I get most of it's his character, but man, if you go back 3 weeks or 2 weeks when him and Isaac had that split, that promo where he had that face when Isaac's like, I'm disappointed, and just the emotion Sky sold. And then even after the match where him and Isaac sold the emotion of a father-son kind of arguing and splitting. Just everything about that was so great. And you've seen it before with like him and Silver and him and Hardak. It's like Sky's got some of the best expressions there is that I think people overlook because they just kind of view him as this, hey, you're just this hardcore excessive violence type wrestler.
Yeah.
When it's like, no, man, he can wrestle, and he's also got emotion to tell a story to. And there was no better evidence than at the end of the match after Remedy won. And they put him in the straitjacket where he's just screaming, no, not again, not again. Just stuff like that.
I will admit, it's like, it was easy to tell that part was going on a little too long because they were having trouble getting the straitjacket on him.
Well, it's been a while since Sky's been in one. Granted, he's probably sitting there saying, guys, you put it through here and here. I know exactly how to do it.
No, that way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's screaming no for. He's screaming no, wrong way.
Yeah. But it's like, I love that because it really is pushing the whole thing of, he is a father showing tough love, spare the rod, spoil the child. And it's like, I love it. Yeah. I love it. This is exactly what I want to see.
Yeah, it's one of those where
says Porcupine Sky.
Oh.
Were you not a fan? I don't think you've ever seen Skewers live.
Oh no,
have
I have. I saw Masada do it.
When though?
VIPX.
Oh, that's right. You were there.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the one where
you
the
were
ladder
next to
almost
me.
hit your fucking chair. Luckily, you weren't in it.
Yeah, because I had to leave when I saw Justin Credible eat Justin Credible. So
that wasn't Justin Credible. That's the guy who ate Justin Credible and his twin brother.
He was almost as big as Angel. Damn.
Good Lord.
But no, the skewers are a thing to be amazed at, to see live. And it was one of those where, we had staples, and that wasn't enough. I mean, we saw a door, and I think one of the greatest things was, Remedy punching through the door was amazing.
Oh, that was great.
But I think even better was taking the door and breaking it over Sky's back.
Just the use and versatility of that door in that match was like, I understand there are some people who don't like doors so much because they do explode, so that means more cleanup. But
security can deal with it. As a fan, there's nothing like
it looks freaking amazing.
It looks amazing. It sounds great, and it's same with light tubes. Like light tubes, I remember the first time I heard light tubes in a building, I'm like, holy crap, that sound is great.
That's certain other people who don't like light tubes so much.
Well, no, again, I totally get, cleanup is a bitch. Also, if you're running a company, you got to worry about fans and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because light tubes are freaking dangerous, people. If you're a backyarder, just don't.
You don't want them inhaling all the dust and stuff?
No.
Would you prefer them use panes of glass? Is that better?
Hey, you know what? I'm giving the obligatory. Don't try this at home, kids. Okay.
I was gonna say, I was like, dude, we did stupid shit as kids, so
no.
I'm one of those that's like, dude, I can't say don't do shit because I did shit all the time in trampoline. So,
I was a backyarder. I'm not gonna lie. Luckily, none of us were stupid enough to have a video camera for it, so there's no proof.
When I was gonna say, I guess the worst I did was we did chairs, we did ladders, and we did staples. We never did glass or light tubes or shit like that. So
I avoided
Tommy
the
Prince
hardcore
says,
matches.
I still need to know which place they took Sky.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I was like, dude, you got any recommendations of where they would take them?
No. Wait, there's somebody else that's from the asylum in Dallas, Texas.
Oh yeah.
So maybe he knows.
He broke out of that years ago.
Yeah.
He still hails from there, apparently.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like he calls it home. I don't know. Maybe he goes there to sleep every once in a while.
Probably. Once you have the comfort of a padded room, you don't want to leave that.
Yeah, true.
Making sure he had 3.
It's so comfortable.
But
3 meals, all the meds you want.
But again, I like how part of me, like I remember I heard someone in the crowd when Remedy told everyone to stand up, and everyone did stand up. A lot of people were more, it's because we're scared. I was like, no, I think people actually just like Remedy, and he says stand up, we're gonna stand.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing first going in. Obviously, I'm torn because of Sky and Remedy. I love them both, but it was a little 50-50 to the crowd until I would say towards the end, and I think solidly everyone's behind Remedy.
Yeah.
And it's the same as last time we saw him. It's what his moniker says. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that, again, one of the reasons I think he's one of the better big men in the business is he gets a crowd reaction, and he makes everything he does enjoyable. Even from the whole, are you entertained? Are we having fun? To the laughing, to his airplane walk, and then just everything he does.
Or scaring the poor backstage announcer half to death.
Or scaring the child. That was great too.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry if the people watching have the child. It's things like that make me great. It's like I'm sure you've seen the clip of Chuck Taylor scaring the kid at Shikara.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's hilarious. I love that. Lance used to do it in Japan all the time. It was great. And
that's fan interaction.
Exactly, and that's what a big giant monster should do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I remember my brother telling the story of he wasn't a big wrestling fan, but as a kid he was, and he went to the Sportatorium and WCCW, and he was terrified of the missing link. And I remember seeing clips. And I was like, that's what terrified you? He goes, dude, you got to think when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, touche.
How did not Jeremy Irons, how did they, Hook put it in Hook? To a 12-year-old, I'm huge.
Right. Well, and the same thing, like, as a kid, Undertaker terrified me. So, I mean, Undertaker terrified me until WrestleMania 13.
Mark Calloway still scares the fuck out of me, though. If he gets angry at me, it's just like him and Glenn. I would piss my pants if they.
I'll never forget. It was WrestleMania 12 when he pulled Diesel underneath the ring, or like the build up to WrestleMania 12. He pulled Diesel in the ring. That terrified me. I'm like, dude, I'm a fucking teenager, but that still scared the crap out of me.
But that's what I liked about the Fiend, because they were doing that at first, and now they've just kind of.
It's the same Bray Wyatt mentality. They don't. Yeah. They kill. He has great storylines and great builds, and then they just kill him. And it's like, why? I mean, if you look at every feud he's had from the Fiend to Bray Wyatt, he's lost every main feud. He's always had great builds. He's won the battles, but he always loses the war. Yeah, and it's one of those where it's like, well, people don't care.
And that's why, and that's why his first title win, I don't really even count that, because
no one cared.
Yeah, it's like he wanted an elimination chamber in kind of a nothing match.
Right.
Yes, I'm calling the elimination chamber a nothing match.
Yeah.
And then immediately lost it to Randy Orton in a embarrassing match, really.
Oh, yeah, like it wasn't the Fire Funhouse. What was it?
Just the maggots. And
yeah. I can't remember what it was called though, but yeah.
Oh God, no! You're talking the haunted house match.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh, that was after, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was after he lost the belt, and after actually Randy lost the belt.
That's right, because he burned the house and Sister Abigail
burned the house. Oh wait, yeah, no, that one too. Yeah, the compound. No, I'm talking the where they burned the house down, but it's just like they shined a red light on it. It's like Jeebus Crow. Not even the worst indie show was going to have that bad of a production value.
I don't know. You didn't go to the Onslaught last Friday. I'm sorry. Was that out loud?
All heat to Kyle Smith.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows. It doesn't matter. They're going to talk to you and Kirby. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'll still get the messages.
No one ever messages me when I say shit. It's like they're scared. They should be.
Yes, sir. Hello.
But
sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the show has been taken over by the dog.
But yeah, Remedy and Sky, like I said, I think they soared up and they put on a well laid out hardcore match. Yes. And great use of the stable gun. I know they wanted to. Obviously, one of them did not work right off the bat. Yeah. So they did what they did, and again, it laid out great.
Live entertainment, folks.
And again, it was a tribute to Vex. That was something that they both were really close to.
Yeah.
And you could tell both of them went all out to honor him.
Yeah.
And I think that was great.
It's like, unfortunately, I never got to see him, but it's like the stories I'm hearing, obviously.
I was going to say, I never got to see him live, but of course, knowing who I talked to, I've heard so many stories, and I'm just like, man, I really
considering
wish.
how many of the guys we love credit him with basically, we would not be here if it weren't for him. So,
and we even
to friends, family, and fans of Vex, our deepest condolences, and thank you, Vex, for basically helping build Texas wrestling to be what it is.
And I mean, we even heard our boss sit there saying like that was one of his biggest regrets is never bringing him to the Dallas area and to MPX. So, and that's to me speaks volumes already, because think of the people that man's brought in to Dallas and to MPX, and to sit there and be like, hey, that's my biggest regret, never bringing him down. I think that speaks volumes of just how good he was.
Scraggy says Rocky is great.
Rocky's fantastic. When we get you on the show at some point, he's gonna love you.
Right, Rocky has ruined my shirt and got hair all over it.
It's like I wore a shirt that had a shirt that had implications for both sides, because we're about to talk about this next.
And I can't believe you're torn.
I am torn. Well, okay.
What happened to the certified mark, sir? What happened to cheer the faces and boo the heels? You like Hardacus. You're
I know.
Cheering
when the hell
for
did
the
I become the heel mark?
Like, seriously.
It's like, let's see, Sebastian, Hardacus,
right?
Byron.
See, that just shows you're not unbiased. You can't put your opinions aside.
Although I will say, I have never said I'm unbiased.
No, that's my job. Because I'm always bring an unbiased opinion, and you say I don't, but I do.
I will try to tell my honest opinion as often as possible, but I have never been unbiased. That's like that was actually one of my a post I remember making on the Addicts group. It's like, people who think that the certified mark is unbiased have not been paying attention.
He thinks Sebastian should have every title in the company.
Never said that.
I'm pretty sure people heard that.
People hear things they want to hear all the time.
You didn't have to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we talk. Apparently, we talk about certain people all the time, even though I only remember mentioning them in passing. But
they're done. They don't listen anymore, so you can say his name now. Remember, they got blacklisted.
Oh, right,
they joined the list.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Is it not true?
I'm not denying that. But just dang. But yeah,
that just proves. Fans are not exempt from making the list.
Oh yeah, no, it's like speaking out happened for a reason, and holy shit.
Surprise!
This is as soon as speaking out happened, I was going back through every conversation I have ever had with any fan, wrestler, what have you. Just like, did I say something?
I did that immediately when everything first started happening. I'm like, when stories started coming out, I go, oh shit, I did that 20 years ago. Wait a minute, what the fuck? I was like, wait.
Yeah.
I was like, no one ever talk to my ex. Like, goddamn, I'm a different person now. Don't talk to her.
It's like, let me see. He's like, no. Okay, I did screw up here, but I wouldn't apologize to her directly.
Well, according to some people, that doesn't fucking matter. People will still bury you for that shit.
Oh, good lord. And then I found out that she wasn't even bothered by it. I'm like, oh, okay. Well.
That still doesn't matter. People still bury you for that. You still get on lists for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine with them and you made up 10 years ago? Doesn't matter. You're on the list.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else brings out your real name and suddenly your whole career is fucking ruined. Hi, Richter. How you doing?
I was going to say, I love how we're talking about the same thing, but two completely different people.
True.
Scraggy says Jay's going to start sitting next to Lugo, becoming the biggest heel fan.
Oh, good lord.
Paying your ETA, are you?
Well, Lugo has, been doing a great job of losing weight, so I guess I would be the bigger heel fan.
Yeah, but he also keeps moving, I've noticed. Yeah. He's here, he's there. He's like, it depends sometimes.
I don't know. He doesn't have a couch to sit on anymore.
That is true. He no longer has this section.
Yeah.
It was the Lugo section. No one else really liked it. Which
my biggest problem with the couches was the fact that I kept falling asleep.
I had a lot of problems with the couches. One, I thought we'd fit more people if the couches weren't there, which we were told was false. We'd maybe fit 3 more.
Mm.
And then my other thing was I don't know who else has sat there, so it freaks me out.
Yeah, especially after COVID hit. It's like suddenly those couches become
Well, that's
worrisome.
definitely one reason why they probably got rid of him. But the other one is I think they did kind of realize that, hey, guess what? We maybe can fit more people here.
Maybe.
I'm sorry you missed them. I don't. They made me cringe.
like I said, it's like my biggest problem is the fact that we did sit in them occasionally, and I kept falling asleep. And I was like, nope.
Never sat there.
Yeah.
Just the idea freaks me out.
Yeah. Yep, threw him out because of COVID.
Well, of course.
Yeah. But Sagan Manning versus Prince Adam and Jay Sirius or Jojo Bravo or whatever.
Jay Sirius. It's not.
It's Jay Sirius. Jazzy Jay Sirius.
I get people remember him as Jojo Bravo because back in the day, but no, it's Jazzy Jay Sirius, and he's seriously underrated. Like that's one. Like I've said it before, he's one of my favorites. Whenever I go to Austin, San Antonio, Houston, him. Great, Aaron Mercer, great Scott. They are talented as hell.
Yeah.
And they're people I've always wanted up here. We've gotten one. Now we need the others. We need Great Scott. We need Aaron Mercer.
We definitely need Aaron Mercer.
Yes.
Just leave the plywood boards at home.
But no, Jay Sirius is phenomenal. In ring, he's one of those that again just technician, and even on the mic, he's entertaining as hell. And just in the ring, I thought him and Prince Adam, because I was kind of curious. I was like, that's a weird team. They played off each other so well. I was like, oh, y'all teamed before? Like that was my first thought. I was like, oh, y'all teamed before, because the chemistry was so good. It's just interacting, and even you saw Prince Adam kind of dressed different.
Yeah,
because he's with Jay Sirius. I thought it was great.
They were a lot flashier than even Prince Adam usually does, and Prince Adam's a flashy guy. So.
Yes. And again, I thought it was great, and I did. They kind of used the spot a little bit of Jay Sirius on Prince Adam or vice versa, and like, oh, they're almost as tall as Tatum.
Yeah, no, actually, one of my first thoughts seeing that was, oh look, finally, it's opponents that make Dave look tall,
which Tatum did not like when I said that. I thought that was hilarious. As he's sitting there, he goes, "Come on, he's so much bigger." I was like, "Dude, he ain't that much bigger than Dave." Who the hell said that? I'm like, that was me, man. They're not that much bigger than Dave. Tatum did not appreciate that comment.
No, he did not. Well, that's Dave's best friend right there.
Which that's another thing I love is how we have, and it will get played into when we talk about the storyline next week, of how we got all these best friends coming about of, oh, you got Dave and Tatum. You got a team in Oklahoma that's like, we're best friends. We got Ryan and Tommy who are best friends. Even Prince Adam and Jay Sirius like, oh, yeah, we're good friends. Like, where are all these best friends coming from? What the hell?
We're best buds. Yeah.
Which is just, besides Ryan and Tommy, yeah, Dave and Tatum probably have the most claim to it because, and Tatum even said it in our interview with him, is there was one person that was always there to help him, and that was Dave.
Yeah.
Dave was the one from Tatum's kind of first training. It was like, hey, do this, do that, like, and helped him. And you can really see, like, when we always talk about, and now we can because it's known Dave and Tatum are friends. When we always talked about the elevation of Tatum Manning and Menage a Trois and stuff like that, that was 100% Dave.
It's like how much. It's like because we talked about that with Dave. It's like how much of he was more than happy to help Tatum through what
best friends.
Oh yeah. How much he was happy to help Tatum with everything, and just like. I thought that was, when I found out that, it's going to be Tatum as Dave's partner, I'm like, yes, that's perfect.
Which, I mean, me and you probably had a 95% chance. We're like, oh, yeah, that's what it is. But you never know until it actually happens.
It's like, well.
It's wrestling. You never know what happens.
I think we were like one of, a few people who actually listened to Just Two Boys and a Girl.
Well, that and, we talk to them all the time. Yeah. So, we knew.
Like, Greg says best pals?
Pen pals, yes.
Pen pals, yeah.
Which that's another great team that we've seen in MPX. I would love to have again because, well, I don't know. I'm also kind of torn because the glitch is gone, and I like the glitch.
Aww.
So, oh, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Kai's doing something different.
Oh, okay.
So he's no longer the glitch, and I'm like, oh, I like the glitch.
Yeah. He's an error currently.
Actually, yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's no longer a mask, and he's like Kai, but of air. Yeah, it's weird. I don't fully get it, but it's one of those where I also don't fully see it. Like you just see Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. So it's different when seeing that. It's the same with I lost my train of thought. Izzy James. Like when I first heard of Izzy James, I'm like, I don't get it. And then I saw him live. I go, oh, okay, this is cool. Yeah. Granted, I missed Unholy, but this works.
Yeah.
But seeing clips and pictures and just the name and the idea, I'm like, I don't get
It's
it.
not
I
the
don't
full
like
experience,
it.
so you're not
Right.
entirely sure.
But then when you see it live, you're like, oh, this is good. This works.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going back to Bray Wyatt. Sometimes you have to watch the whole thing to get the full, picture, because otherwise it's ridiculous.
Oh, I couldn't get how many people hated, the Cape Fear of Bray Wyatt. I'm like, no, this is brilliant.
Mhm.
Listen to him. Watch him. It's good.
Well, I'm also talking about the Firefly Funhouse when
Oh,
first started.
yeah. The
I was
Mr.
like, what the hell is this nonsense?
the
that
whole
they're doing
Mr.
with
Rogers,
it?
and then he
it's
actually
like
comes.
it's Mr. Rogers Pee-wee Playhouse, and I'm just
Yep.
like, oh my god,
And
this
then
is
it's
beautiful.
the evil version, and the Fiend's like, oh, this is great.
I'm like, yes. This
Well, and
is
it's the same with
beautiful.
like Alexa Bliss, like when she does the whole whatever she is, and then evil. It's so great.
yeah.
Scraggy says it's Kai being Kai.
Which makes me really, really upset with where they're going with everything right now, because I was so happy to see two of my favorite people in WWE finally doing something together and awesome, and now, no.
You're not a fan of RK Bro? I honestly don't know where you were going.
No,
so.
no, I'm talking
Alexa and Bray. Yeah.
I've been in love with Alexa Bliss for years.
Who hasn't been in love with Alexa Bliss?
That's a good point, yeah. I mean, hell, even Bowling for Soup
Which
loves
is,
Alexa
I mean,
Bliss.
it's very weird, my likes, because I love Alexa Bliss, but then I love fucking Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley. It's that giant or Amazon or really tiny thing. It's very weird.
Yeah,
Your
let's see.
boy.
Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss. I have a thing for short women.
Your boy says the glitch is gone, but Kyle will always be the bitch.
Wow.
I hate how my friend always comments on my shit.
I mean, it's not like he can just yell out
Right.
at
I was
you.
going to say, but it's also,
My dogs like him, so he's definitely welcome in my house. So yes.
Oh yeah.
well, and it's also, I guess, I don't
And
know.
Puka hasn't decided to hunt him yet.
At
Oh,
least
yeah.
we don't have, Dave listing his top 10 Sebastian matches right now.
No.
It's Wednesday. He might be a little busy.
Yeah. No, I actually have had people be like, dude,
Hey, say
Wednesday, really?
say with a rager or say rage less.
Zero said that to me. Why Wednesday? It's AEW.
I'm sorry. It's his birthday tomorrow.
My
Happy
birthday
early
tomorrow,
birthday.
and then Friday I might have gone out, might still, I don't know yet. So
Mazer has just joined the chat.
Oh, fun. Yay.
no,
Thank God.
not fun. It's all
More
pain. There you
pain.
go. It's like it's more pain, not fun. He doesn't manage fun.
Yet.
That would be, oh my
Huh?
God. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's later.
Can you imagine that team up?
Ugh.
Mazer and Remedy?
Can Mazer control Remedy though? Like, yeah, he can control Hardacus, he can control Sky. I don't know if Remedy has a control button.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Greggy says Dimitri's top 10 Sapo matchups.
Really screaming? Really, Dimitri? Really?
Well, Sapo versus Peter Rottentail's got to be up there, right?
Greggy says number 10 Sapo versus Brian Rage Rivera.
You know who wins? The Tack Nuke.
I was going to say, no one wins. The fans do not win.
Mazer says I don't control, I facilitate.
See, oh, okay, touche.
I loved Isaac Mazer with Sky. I really did, but
Yeah.
just something about the classic of Isaac
Well, and
Mazer
it's like
and
we had,
Hardacus.
we had said that this way. Is as much as I'm disappointed that Sky and Isaac aren't together, there's something about Isaac and Hardacus that just
I don't know.
it
Maybe
feels
Sky
right.
will see the
Right.
light, and he will, understand that his father is trying to better him.
I don't
and,
like you as the I don't like you as the heel. It does not work. It doesn't. It does not work. Which is crazy because your original gimmick idea of when you wanted to train, I'd be like, yeah, that's great. I don't know if I could get behind you though because it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
She says number 9 Sapo versus Tyler Jet.
Oh God.
Why you gotta do your best friend like that?
Poor, all right. Poor fat Thor.
I was gonna
Why
say,
does
it's
he
like,
have to work with
Are we
Sapo?
talking Tyler Jet, 2 years ago, or Tyler Jet today?
Damn.
Jesus.
Bro! He was good either way, but damn.
Yes.
It's like Chris Hero. No matter the weight, Chris Hero's still fucking good.
Yeah.
Tyler Jett, no matter the weight,
He's
still
still Tyler
good.
Jett, yes, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, it makes it even more embarrassing for Sapo, I guess. You know, the tiny hammer and all.
Number 8.
I love you, Tyler. I know somebody's going to show this to you. I love you, Tyler.
Number 8. Sapo versus Remedy.
So we're in 5 seconds.
No,
Actually,
it's
I
not.
take that back because Remedy wants to play with
I
him.
was going to say, like, no, it's not, because Remedy won't let it. Remedy will just, you know, like, oh, man.
He'll keep saying,
And
y'all
you know
in
the
there?
match will still end up on Botchamania somehow.
Well, it's because Sabo tries to get in the ring.
Yeah.
Number 7. El Sapo versus La Sapo.
I love how someone's taking over Dave Sagan's role of taking over our show. And I love how Richard's sitting there being like, what the hell is going on? Richard is losing his mind right now. Be like, what the hell?
And Top Hat says Tyler Jett beats Sapo and the entire pack.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And, well, it was at least half a...
I was going to say, he
match.
didn't beat the entire pack.
Yeah.
He got one of the pack that's hurt with him.
Yeah. And you know, it's like 2 of the members of the pack really didn't, you know, get to do much because their masks weren't great for wrestling.
Yeah. Poor Peter Rottentail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the bear's name. I just remember Peter Rottentail.
But
So
yeah.
Unlucky
It was
13.
Yeah. No, we talked about the Unlucky 13.
No, I'm saying what was after that?
It was a Sagan Manning versus Prince Adam and J Series. We talked about that. That was a fun match. But also, let's talk about the promo that happened before that, because we got you know, the Fallen Kings, Myron Anthos and James Johnson coming out.
Which, did you know that beforehand, or did you learn
No,
throw that out?
it was just, honestly, I'd always thought that, you know, James Johnson and Byron Anthos would make a great team because King of Texas Cruiserweights, King of Fools, you know, they're the Kings.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's like they went with Fallen Kings. I'm like, perfect.
And I was like I said, I like both of them singly.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish they would have done something single because we haven't really got to see Byron singly in MPX.
Mhm.
It's always been part of a team or a stable. And I mean, how long is it?
It's been a while since he's been.
Well, yeah, I mean, and like I said, one of my favorite matches of last year was him and Ryan in Fight Win Survival. And it's been a while since we've seen James Johnson, who is one of he's a Texas legend kind of. I had said that on Mainline. It's like, dude, this guy, you know, he's got years and experience, and like he said, right now in MPX, he probably has the most experience as far as that locker room goes. And it's one of those where we haven't seen him singly in a while either. You know, he went from House Sagan, Team Fisher. There was even him and Kirby, the
Rulers of
ROH.
Humanity. Yeah.
I just remember ROH because that's what me and Austin would cheer. But yeah, he's always kind of, him and Byron have always kind of been those second players. And I wanted to see one of them, if not both of them, kind of get, for James, sadly, one last run, kind of, so to speak, because we know it's kind of probably ending for him because of
he's
just the years he's been in.
It's like the mileage this man has put on his body
Right.
just by being the King of Texas Cruiserweights.
Yep.
You know, as the Angel of Misery, as Gigolo James Johnson.
Right.
And everything. It's like, I've seen some videos of his older matches. It's like the fact that he's still able to wrestle is impressive.
One of my most memorable memories of James Johnson, and it's kind of a sad one, but I was at I like how he knows where I'm going because he was there. It was a 4-way tag for the Crown the New VIP tag champs, and Ray Rowe pretty much threw James Johnson through the mat. I've never heard or seen someone get slammed so hard in my life. And it was him and Palmer as a team, and it was a 4-way. And again, that was probably, like I said, I've never seen someone get slammed so hard before. And I was like, oh my
bump
God.
is real, and that may have just filled up.
Oh,
half of it.
that definitely added 5 years to this bump car. If he's listening or anyone shows him, if he wasn't knocked out, he'll remember that fucking bump. But no,
Not
that's
everybody
something.
gets Jason Silver's luck of just being unkillable.
Oh, you mean when you can hang from a balcony and be perfectly fine?
Yeah.
Top Hat says James Johnson just needs a hug.
Yeah.
On the other hand, says James Johnson can catch these hands for that kendo shot as well as Byron Anthos.
I want to see
Yeah.
that match too. The Kings versus
No.
the Boys.
Yeah. But that's one of those where I wanted to see, like I said, for James kind of maybe a last run, and then for Byron to kind of finally break out and for people to see the talent
Well,
that he does
no, it's like,
have.
at the same time, they've both had a significant break.
Oh, they
due to
have.
COVID. So it's like this may be how they get back into it.
Well, then let's be honest, there's a great story built into this. As far as they were Hal Sagan. They were sitting alongside Dave, giving him his MPX title as James put it on our show, and handing it to him. And then when Dave went away and didn't need him anymore, they never talked to him.
James is always fun to have on our show. It's like when he was the James Johnson's journey to stardom and everything like that. And he comes up, it's like, have you seen my truck?
And that was another thing, like, because at one point, me and you had thought, oh, maybe he's done, he's going to become a manager. And that was the thing, we're like, oh, he's actually a good manager. He's really talented.
Number 6, Sapo versus Teddy Hart.
Oh, my God.
Again, the winner is Attack Nuke.
Well, and we know the doors aren't opening until 8:30 because we're going to be on THT. So
Sapo versus Divinity.
On the Teddy Hart and El Sapo, is that what is it called? The ankle monitor on a pole match. So just kind of curious about that.
I'll give Sapo this, knowing it's like having seen him post on certain things. It's like at least he's not a scumbag in that fashion.
That we know of. There were a couple of people speaking out. You're like, oh, that kind of shocks me. Now, obviously, some didn't. Let's be honest. If your gimmick is grabbing women by the boobs and suplexing them, is anyone really shocked that you're not a creep?
Yeah.
Like, that one I think blew my mind. If everyone flipped the fuck out, I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you miss this? Did you not? Oh, okay. We were ignoring it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's because everybody was like, oh, it's just Val Venus all over again. But look what happened to Val Venus.
Which, I mean, I can't. I guess I really shouldn't say anything because I yelled booplex when he did it, so. I mean, I get, and it's same with Val Venus. I was always like, oh, he's talented. It's cool. He's fun. And then, afterwards, I was like, oh, he went crazy.
Wow, this guy's utter shit.
Number 4, Sapo versus Nick Gage.
Oh, Nick Gage murders. Oh, I want to see that because I just want to see Nick Gage murder a fraud.
You're killing me, Dimitri.
Sapo versus Masada.
Jesus! I love how in that one I'm picturing literally Masada ripping the mask off and then putting the skewers in and putting the mask back on. You know that's happening.
Just setting the mask on top of it.
Oh, not even setting. He's going to pull it on and break all the skewers off in it.
Sapo versus a mop. And Sapo versus the wall.
Wait.
The Berlin Wall?
Is it Perry Saturn's mop? If it's Perry Saturn's mop, then Sapo's got a problem.
Speaking of Perry Saturn, have you seen him lately?
No, I haven't, actually.
He kind of went off the deep end, too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. But that one is also age, because he was old when we were watching him. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Necro. Like, okay, yes, Necro probably has a lot of CTE as well, but it's also age. Like,
I don't know. Maybe he can take on Kenny Omega's broom. Ooh.
I was going to say
versus the blow-up doll.
I was going to say you're going to say the doll.
Yes, it's mommy.
Yeah. Oh. What about Pepe? Pepe was great.
No.
And Fontet says you should have seen when James did a suicide dive and bent one of the guardrails in the old building.
Oh man.
Oh, that just reminds me of when I saw El Fuego bend a guardrail, and I remember the announcer going, Fuego was 100 pounds. There's no way he bent that. And we're like, yeah, he did.
There are a few things that I wish I could do. If I could go back in time about 10, 11 years and start going to MPX from the beginning, I'd make my life so much better.
Yeah, well,
so
that
not have met me.
PCW as well. No, maybe eventually.
Oh, no, I used to watch PCW on UPN all the time.
Well, no, but I mean, there's a difference in going there and then watching it. Because I was the same way. Like, I went to maybe one PCW show. And then, just watch it on UPN because I didn't. What
sucks is when I first moved to Dallas, I actually wanted to. I had expressed interest, emailed and everything, the PCW training school and everything like that. But unfortunately, by the time I had anything resembling the money to even start that, PCW shut down. I was like, God damn it!
Blame Richard.
And now, I was gonna say, and I was like, and now being friends with the guy who was one of the guys who was in charge, just like. That would have started things.
He closed it down. He's like, "Oh, this J guy wants to fuck that."
Yeah, it's my fault. Sorry, I am the reason. I am the
You and Lance getting big on Impact's the reason they shut down.
Yeah, all my fault. But let's go ahead and talk about the main event because the main event was incredible.
was a main event.
Yeah.
Main event that could have main evented anywhere.
Yeah. It was match of the night too. I mean, considering what the other matches were, that's saying something. Dmitry Alexandrov defending the MPX championship against ACH. Holy shit.
Yeah, and it's one of those where this was a kind of a breakout moment for Dmitry. Because again, this is ACH that, yeah, he may not use the moniker of King of Texas, but everyone still looks to him as the King of Texas. I mean, it's the same as if, say, Keith Lee gets released and starts touring Texas again.
Yeah.
Everyone considers him one of the best in Texas, which, I mean, rightfully so. It's the same with ACH. Now, ACH did take a break, and ACH, you know, finally, which, okay, I don't personally know him, but seems to have found himself again.
Yeah.
And he seems to be happy, and he seems to be doing matches and being ACH again, which is so great to see.
Yeah.
And this match with Dmitry was no exception. This was ACH at one of his most top forms. And to see Dmitry match that level and almost exceed it as well was impressive to me because, yes, I love Dmitry, and yes, I do talk to him a little bit. This is one of the things I didn't know Dmitry had it in him to have a match like this with ACH. This is one of those things where I really do believe, like I've said before, I believe I'll see Dmitry in Japan. I really do believe once COVID lifts and everything's back to normal, he'll be in Freedoms, or he'll be in New Japan, or he'll be Noah. He'll be somewhere in Japan, killing it. But this match with ACH, which I thoroughly loved, was something I didn't know Dmitry had in him to do. Him and Luke Langley was great. Do not get me wrong. That is one of my favorite matches I've ever seen live. This one with ACH was amazing. Like, it was one of those where, and it was also, I loved how they incorporated and played to the fans. This was something that shocked me in the fact that it shouldn't have shocked me, but it did. And the fact that I would say 98% of the addicts were behind Dmitry. Yeah. And ACH was kind of the heel in this.
Yep. And he played it up.
He played it beautifully because it's one of those where I remember talking with a wrestling friend when I first saw ACH make an appearance in GCW, and he tried to be heel, and I'm like, what is ACH doing? He seems uncomfortable. He goes, he doesn't know how to work heel. He's uncomfortable being heel. He can't do it. He doesn't know what to do. And I'm like, yeah, it looks very weird and just bizarre. Yeah. But then seeing him do this against Dmitry, you're like, oh, this is good.
Well, I think some of that may have been straight up, you know, like confusion of, it's like, I'm ACH and people are booing me?
Probably, because, I mean, it was ACH versus, I want to say it was Treehouse Lamar. And that's one of those where, yeah, a lot of people, I mean, Treehouse Lamar's great, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people probably don't know him. But as opposed to ACH, everyone knows ACH. Yeah. And he goes there and he's getting booed and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, well, what's going on? So ever since then, in most GCW appearances, he's kind of worked heel because people just boo him. And especially here in Texas, it's one kind of shock. And then two, against, you know,
I mean,
someone.
Think of the reaction that was had when he showed up at Destiny.
Right. And that's the thing. Yeah. I mean, even against someone like Tatum, where, I mean, granted, yes, I understand I'm loud, but there were other people besides me and my friend that were cheering for ACH. And it's one of the, and that was against Tatum. And I mean, in all intents and purposes, this is Tatum's house, so to speak. He's got his whole section, and they were quiet that night because, again, it's ACH. But not for Dmitry. Everyone was behind Dmitry, and I thought that was one. I thought it was great for Dmitry. It kind of shows how much loved he is with the addicts. And then two, I also think it was a, look, this is our champion. You're in our champion's house.
He represents MPX in 2021.
Exactly. Simple. Exactly. And I thought that was great. And then the way ACH played it, the way this match was laid out, everything about this I thought was great. Having Dmitry kick out of the two brainbusters, which that second one, oh
man, I swear, he's like, okay, is your head okay, man?
No, I immediately I remember talking to him the next day. I was like, are you concussed? Because there were a couple shots that, because I believe it was the match with Luke, he was a little concussed, and it was one of those where I was like, are you concussed? Because you took a couple shots with ACH. And it was, you know, but again, it was, and we've seen things that Dmitry Rehab done. He posted on Twitter recently the homage to Shelton Benjamin, where he ran up the ropes and belly suplex off ACH. It was things we hadn't seen before, and I thought it was great. Really loved this match. It was a great way to solidify Dmitry as a top guy in MPX, which is, I guess, we kind of didn't need, but it definitely solidified. Like no one right now on the MPX roster, in my eyes, that can touch Dimitri.
I mean, there's certainly enough guys who are going to try.
There are guys who would have good matches, and I mean,
seeing Exodus versus Dimitri again would be awesome, but
right. And then I guess so to speak, the next big challenger that would be like, oh, he give him run for his money is obviously your boy Hardakis. That would be the next one that you'd be like, okay, maybe that one. But anyone else on this roster, even, and no offense to Remedy, even Remedy, it would be one of those where it's like, oh, Dimitri's got this. Dimitri just he had beat Luke and won hell of a contest. He beat ACH, won hell of a contest. Oh, he could beat Remedy. Yeah. Like, it's one of those. Yet with Hardakis, that's the only one where people might go, oh, this one might be a little hard.
Yeah.
But I think again that solidified Dimitri. Now we just need. I mean,
other than Hardakis, I can think of one other person, and that's Brixton Shaw.
See, and even then, like, as much as I love Brixton, I don't, because of what we've seen lately. And again, I go back to the Destiny, and I think it was, yes, it's me overthinking, but I think it's the wrong call to have Hardakis beat him that single-handedly.
Yeah.
I no longer see Brixton as a threat to most.
I don't know. I guess it's also the fact that I think it's been 2 weeks since we've seen Brixton.
Yeah, he fought the qualifier, beat Johnny, in a great match, and it was the longest and hardest match he's had.
Yeah,
and that's against Johnny. But if you put Dimitri against Johnny, that's obviously Dimitri clears that pretty quickly. So it's one of those where you compare that to Brixton. It's like, I don't know. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, it's gonna be a great match. Brixton and Dimitri would be amazing.
I'd love to see it.
But I feel this is one of those that I think MPX management has their work cut out for them in the fact that
Isaac agrees that Hardakis would be the one.
Oh, I'm sure he was. But giving MPX management, this is one of those things where it's like I think they may have kind of pinned themselves on a corner to where to have people believable to beat Dimitri, they're going to have to bring a lot of outside talent in.
Well, that's one of the reasons that we have things like the Prospect Championship to build something up with that.
That, and I mean, because again, like, there's still several matches in Texas I would love to see. I would love to see Dimitri versus Barrett Brown. Like, granted, I saw clips of it when they did it in Oklahoma, and it was great. But that's one I think MPX would die for.
Yeah.
Even Izzy James, I think that would be one that people would enjoy.
I would love to see Izzy James. I'd just like to see Izzy James come back to MPX, but that's me.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is, I think those two are some top names. Obviously, there's other names in MPX or in Texas that Dimitri would have great matches against. But those are two just off my top of my head, and mainly it's him and Barrett I want to see the most, just because.
I was going to say, let's see, he's already beaten one King of Texas. Let's.
And that's exactly
Barrett
why.
Brown, Izzy James. I don't know, maybe get Moonshine Mantell in there.
See, and that's Moonshine we haven't seen in forever, so that'd be great too.
By the way, Patrick has a fairly hot take.
Oh, of course.
Oh, no. Do I want to know?
You're gonna.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Hardakis ain't nothing but a baby back bitch led by an Oscar Mayer wiener. And Davis.
I'm going to be. I'm going to sit like 3 or 4 chairs away.
No, you're stuck right next to us.
God damn it!
Actually, I'm switching. You're sitting next to him now.
No.
No, that's
okay. Lily, please remind me to find my morphine shirt before next show.
No, and that's I mean, and that's the thing is, like, again, it's one of those where Hardakis has been built up, and it's kind of, and a lot of fans, and I'm not just saying this just because of what was said. I'm saying this as a fan also watching MPX. He's been booked kind of Cena-like almost, where he's always going to win. He's always kind of forced down our throats. And the guy's talented as hell. Do not get me wrong. But the booking of it is kind of like, I'm kind of tired of it.
Dave
now,
says,
it's entertaining.
Okay, it's time to list your top 10 future Sebastian Envy moments.
No, you already missed that, Dave. We passed that.
Yeah, we've already passed that one.
We've had
the best. The El Sapo matches.
Yeah, we've had the top 10 El Sapo matches. But no, it's entertaining as hell because Isaac is there. And again, I'm really looking forward to, because obviously the storyline's not over with Sky, Isaac, and Hardakis. So I'm looking forward to where it's going. But which I guess we're going to talk about because we're about to jump next week anyways. The pub crawlers versus Hardakis, like it's it's great to see Zero and Johnny, but it's like this is
Yeah,
these are two lambs being led to slaughter.
Yeah, as like there was actually, if we're going to talk about Sebastian Envy moments, there was a point in which he and Machiko took on Hardakis to try and take the title away from him, and it ended badly for them.
Oh no,
I totally
Dave is
forgot
threatening to shut. Dave is threatening to shut the stream down if we don't talk about it.
Of course. There, I talked about a Sebastian Envy moment.
Well, that's number
Dave.
10. Now you gotta go 9, 8.
By the way, Barrett, Dimitri says Barrett, Mercer, Great Scott, T-Ray, Izzy, Jay Sirius, and a 1v1 versus Dave Sagan.
So yeah, every one of those I want to see.
Yeah.
Because every one of those are going to be great and they're going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave said the next hour will be dedicated to the top 10 future Sebastian Envy moments.
God damn it.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, it's like as soon as he logged in.
You weren't talking fast enough to get this over before Dave joined.
Sorry.
And Mazer said I liked Dave better when he was in the coffin.
One of the few things Wes did good for you.
Technically Hardakis had a hand in that.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
true.
so was that Isaac all along? Huh? I mean, and that was the thing we'd always, because me and you'd even said that when Hardakis made the random appearances, we're like, does Isaac know about this? Did Isaac call this? What is going on?
I don't know.
Dave says number 10, Sebastian Envy wins the Texas Rumble and is somehow all 30 entrants.
Seems like something you would book.
Okay.
So does he just eliminate himself and then come back, eliminate himself, come back, eliminate himself, come back till number 30? And then he's like, hey, I won.
Okay, as much as I like Sebastian, that would be a boring as hell match. I don't think even Kenny Omega could save that one with the Invisible Man stuff.
You'd be surprised.
Number 9, Sebastian Envy grows a red beard and masquerades as Isaac Mazer.
You need to start going to matches because he's going to keep doing this. So anyways, pub crawlers and Hardakis.
Yeah, that's it's like I do feel kind of.
You
bad
wanted the
that-
pub crawlers back. This
I
is
did.
what you get.
Yeah, no, I absolutely wanted the pub crawlers back. This is not what I meant, but this is I'm glad that we're going to see the pub crawlers again because they are a fantastic tag team together and it's a lot of fun to watch them.
This is where I say hashtag fuck Hardakis. Right?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But that one's going to be a great match. Since we've got him on the line, I guess you could say, let's go ahead and talk about the tag match that's coming up. Dave and his best friend Tatum versus his former best friends.
Go ahead and tell him how you're torn all about that.
I am
Tell him how
torn.
you're torn.
I
and
am torn.
You're
because
confused.
Byron Antos is one of my favorites. And so therefore, it's going to be
tell him how
versus my favorite. And it's just,
tell him how you're a confused male, sir.
I haven't. No, I figured that out when I was 15, man.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that puppy and I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it pops Richard because I'm pretty sure I saw him cover the mic and just die laughing when he said Byron says, "Oh, I know all about being in a relationship with an older male." I swear to God, I saw Richard pull the mic away and just start laughing.
I could
loved it because I think
I
was gonna say I think we all cracked up at that. For people that actually know Byron, we're like, oh my God, that's great.
Mazer says get a better hashtag.
No, I think it works.
Hashtag more pain. Hashtag all hail Hardakis.
Hashtag less pain.
No, it's less filling. More pain, less filling.
No, that was someone else. I always said less pain or turn it down.
Number 8, Sebastian Envy buys DCW and invades MPX with DCW. Randy Wayne and Angel Omega.
Fuck you, Dave. Dave Sagan has broken us. And he's only on number 8, and he broke us. Do you realize what that means? Hi, Rocky. Did it not break you? I'm sorry. See, DCW is a failed promotion.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
See, DCW was a promotion that failed when Randy Wayne ran away to North Carolina. That's what happened.
Number 7.
Oh, God damn it.
Sebastian Envy becomes the first MPX XPM champion.
XPM champion?
just.
Oh, it's MPX backwards. Okay.
I was gonna say, just laugh and let it go.
No, I was like, I'm starting to think about that. I was like, God.
Well, I had already thought, if we got Sig and Manning SM, now if we could just find a B and D, that's the perfect stable. All right.
No, instead we got B and J.
No, we just need to add, Byron, obviously, and then I don't know. Do we have a D? Dimitri, but I would prefer someone else.
Speaking of Dimitri, he says, "Why do I remember the name Angel Omega?"
You really shouldn't, and I'm sorry you do.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to remember the name Angel Omega. Really. I mean, it's not as bad as Rage Rivera, but good lord.
Hey, at least he had rage. Say it with a rager, or say rage less.
Rage less.
Yeah.
Please rage less.
Tophead says, #more fun.
More fun?
Yeah, more fun.
More fun? More pain.
Fun. No,
I
more
want
fun.
that match, damn it.
I have a feeling we'll get it. There's one person Remedy wants. We don't know who it is, but there's one he wants. And as we've kind of learned in MPX, apparently what Remedy wants, Remedy gets.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you had a guy like Remedy come up and say, "I want this match," would you say no?
Are you saying
Number
Richard? Are you
5.
saying Richard doesn't have balls to say no?
I'm saying Richard has survival instinct.
Number 5, Sebastian Envy replaces Richter 5-0 in the new tag team. You know where I'm going with this.
God damn it.
Moving on.
Oh, hang on. He's at 4. We've only got 4 left.
Number 4.
Let them get knocked out, and then we can go.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Sagan has hijacked MPX Rehab.
It's
Number
okay.
4.
Richard's the only one that left.
I know. I saw.
Sebastian Envy finds the Holy Grail.
It's a grail-shaped light.
Number 3.
Waiting. Come on, Dave.
So this is actually going to be a really good match of Sagan Manning versus the Fallen Kings, because these are all 4 incredible, athletes and everything like that. And there is the history and the story to go with it.
And again, I just wish it was, like I said on Mainline, I was halfway joking, but I actually do want kind of a no holds barred type situation, because this is a storyline that kind of, I think.
This is a grudge match.
Yeah, this is a storyline that neither one of them really care about the title or the win. They want to
Mhm.
beat the fucking shit out of each other.
I mean, hell, you heard James. He's like, we didn't care one way or the other about the belts, but since we get a chance to take that away from them too, great.
Well, and you heard Dave, he's going to kick the shit out of them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I thought this would be great as far as a unsanctioned, no holds barred, hardcore street fight, whatever type of match they want to call it. It's the story that's been built into it. And I think that would be great because, well, it kind of started with Byron and James using weapons against them.
Yeah.
And as we've seen, with Dave, and we talked about Mainline, there's a history of Dave sacrificing himself.
Mm-hmm.
He did it to save Jamie at one point, and now he did it to save Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, you got to protect your bottom bitch.
So are you saying Jamie is Dave's bottom bitch?
No, I'm saying Tatum is the bottom bitch.
But the implication there is you also called Jamie his bottom bitch.
Oh, God, no. I mean...
Number 3.
out of that group, isn't Tommy the bottom? He's got the long, luxurious
Number
hair.
3.
That's so mean.
Sebastian Envy main events WrestleMania in an Iron Man match against Brian Rage Rivera, and goes into triple overtime.
That's your favorite match of all time.
Number 2. Sebastian changes his colors from orange and blue to blue and orange. Mazer is like, I wish Dave would sacrifice himself right now. Jesus.
I'm assuming you saw the message, right? Okay. So we got one left, and then we can tell Richard jump back on it.
And Matt Prince is like, please no. He said the 3 already made it hard enough. Come on, Dave, where's number 1, damn it?
So if it's triple overtime, that's an hour and 30, right? You don't want to watch Rage Rivera for that long?
I don't want to watch Rage Rivera for,
I don't want to watch him at all.
You don't have a choice.
I don't
It's like Clockwork Orange. You're tied to a chair with the little thing on your eyes, and they just put eye drops to
I'd
make
be
sure they don't dry
screaming
out.
just as much as just as much as Ian McDowell was. I'd be, no, you bastard!
Come on, Dave.
No, he's waiting until we start talking about a match again, then he'll interrupt.
All right, let's go.
Part of
yeah,
me
the
does-
tag match.
Yeah, it's like part of me also enjoys the fact that for a while it seemed like they were just kind of going through opponents, having the hey, these guys are great and was really great to wrestle them. We're looking forward to their future, everything like that. And now here's the story.
Right.
It went from, I guess you could say, Monster of the Week to actual plot line.
Right, because I mean the last matches we had, which Red and Noah, I think shocked me as how good that tag match was.
Oh, man, that
which
was
obviously is, yes, Red and Noah are good and they played their parts, but that is Dave and Tatum, and I credit, and yes, it's inflating his ego, which is already big, but that's Dave Sagan. That is Dave's love for tag wrestling, and that is Dave's love for wrestling in general. He knows how to lay it out.
Do I even want to know?
Oh, did he put one?
Something Patrick fucking said.
Oh, of course.
When Matt Prince said that those last three already make it hard enough, Patrick said, that's what she said.
I was like, I knew where that was going as soon
As soon as it said 3 is hard, I was like, oh, God.
Tommy Prince put the scared, not scared face, but the...
Yeah.
And Patrick said, on the list I go. I'm just like, God damn it.
Oh, it's just
But yeah, again, the match with Red and Noah, so great. And again, like I said, his ego's are inflated, but that was, to me, and granted, we don't know because we don't talk about stuff like this, but to me, that's Dave laying that match out. And same with the boys. The boys are a great tag team. They're young. Having that match, obviously, with those two teams being that good, I put it on Dave, who has the most experience.
yeah.
And same with Jay Sears and Prince Adam. That match was great, laid out. Dave, you broke my tag rope. I'm upset. You used it, and then you broke it.
That was on purpose, you know it.
Oh, I know it was. I know me. He's like, well, fine, fuck that.
He
Rep.
wants to put Sebastian and Villa up against that tag rope.
That's his
May
next.
22nd.
That's his number one. Sebastian versus the tag rope.
Yeah.
But again, that match last week with Jay Sirius and Prince Adam was so great. And again, that's a team we didn't know if they teamed together. We didn't know what to expect, and it was laid out great. And even the thing I love about Dave and Tatum is same with Larger Than Life. For some reason, it seems more profound right now, but it's pure tag team wrestling. There was a point, Tatum posted it on either Twitter or Facebook, tag team wrestling, and it showed him cutting off the ring and cutting it in half and stopping the tag, not by pulling the guy off, but running around after the tag, running around, jumping in and tackling him before he makes the tag. That was just brilliant. And again, they're bringing tag team wrestling back, which of course, as a huge fan of tag team wrestling, is great.
Yeah. No, we're absolutely happy with that. I mean,
I disagree with him saying.
I was going to say
tournament. Well, that I do want a tournament. Obviously a tournament to maybe have against Dave and Tatum, or even do what PWGDs and the DDT for, where if the tag champs are in, they lose. Guess what? We have new tag champs until the winter. But it's also it made me lose my train of thought with. Oh, yes, they're bringing tag team wrestling back, and I love it. And despite what he believes, I like tag teams with names. Like I get Sagan Manning is a cool little thing, but it's not a team name.
Yeah.
Okay,
if they hadn't done it, it's like the shirts, the new shirts. If they hadn't done it like that, I would agree with you a lot more.
The shirts are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously just Doom, but the shirts are cool.
Doom 3 to be specific.
Well, yeah, Doom 3. Which
yes,
I
found the music, at least the original music that it's from, so therefore it's on the list.
Because I was on TikTok and I saw an Easter egg. Apparently, Doom 3, the guy has like 3 little scars. And if you look at the original Doom on a computer, it's where the demon grabs him. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, that is
so, yeah. But anyways, no, it's like, Fallen Kings. We haven't even seen them tag yet they have a name.
Yeah.
So I like things like that. It was the same as Cesaro and Sheamus when they finally became the Bar. I'm like, oh, that's good. Yeah, so they don't like the Ragers. That's fine, but can we get something? Like I
I
said,
don't know,
they're,
he keeps
they're
trying to hijack our show.
like I
They're just
said,
gonna
they're
be-
S and
we're gonna
M. If we just get a B and D, they can be BDSM. It's great.
Dave says the logo is based on Doom Eternal. Damn it.
And that's
Yeah,
not
but
3.
Yeah, but the music is Doom 3, so you know.
Right, but
You
sure,
told
it's
me.
eternal.
But-
I'm so glad you're not on mic.
Oh.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Sure.
go ahead and text what you said.
But let's talk about another match. We're gonna have Gabe Wilder of the Boys taking on Exodus Prime,
The rugged.
the rugged Gabe Wilder.
There you go.
Which that works.
Oh, I loved it. As soon as I heard that, I go, oh, that's great.
Oh man, did you see what Exodus called him? The Wildling.
Yeah, I also like that too.
It's like, dang. Okay,
Again,
you do that more, and suddenly the cape with the ruff makes a whole lot more sense.
well, and again with Exodus, there's not better heel work even online. Him and Dexter and Marcus Rose, those 3.
Number 1, Sebastian Envy versus Sebastian Envy in a Sebastian Envy written, produced, directed by Sebastian Envy. A story based on Sebastian Envy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we get that Saturday, right? Isn't
I think
isn't
yeah,
that
I was
what we're
gonna say,
filming?
It's like that. He is directing a movie.
That's what we're filming Saturday.
Yeah. But yeah, Exodus.
Yes, again, best heel presence in ring, in live performance, but also social media.
Yeah.
And while Dexter has gone away from social media, which sucks, but totally get why he did. Him and Marcus Rose, which I thought, and I don't know if many people saw it, there's not much higher praise, at least as far as Exodus goes,
Marcus Rose
Rowe
dropped character to tell the world that Exodus Prime is legit.
Yeah, and the way he said it was, he said, I'm man enough to admit what Exodus is what I should have been. I'm like, God damn. Because that's high praise, because Marcus is talented. I love Marcus Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many people that can go to San Antonio and say Selena's dead, bitch.
Oh.
It's like, oh, okay.
Oh.
and
Look, it's like I grew up in San Antonio. I still had, like, kind of like, why is this such a big deal? But I would never be that stupid. And damn,
I loved it. I was sitting there trying not to laugh and clap because I was like, oh God, these people are pissed. It was great.
Matt Prince says Exodus can catch this curb stomp after Gabe's done with him. Nobody calls my tag partner a wildling.
Hey! Don't look down on the Wildlings, okay? They were fucking badass.
Yeah, it was a bad movie though.
Also, Dave Sagan said, top 10 moments of Sebastian Envy if he lived in...
No! No more. I'm cutting you off. No more.
God, is this Black Knight? It's the only movie I can think of where they go back in time to medieval. Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
what movie
okay.
you're
I
talking
was like,
about.
it's a decent movie. It was
Like,
funny.
there was one with Whoopi Goldberg as well, so
I don't remember that.
yeah, it was just basically yet another remake of Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court.
Okay.
You know Dave's going to hijack this thing until you do it.
Nope. I don't have to see
So
the
I was gonna
comments.
say, do we ever text Richard back saying we got the show back, or?
I did.
Oh, you already
Yeah,
texted him
yeah.
saying, all right, Dave ran through his 10. We're good.
He ran through his 10, and we're ignoring the rest, Lily.
Telling you right now, he's not going to let us.
Oh,
ignore.
no,
He's
he's
going to
not.
message
I'm gonna
one.
start
He's going to message one of the 4 of us right now and be like,
Uh-huh.
you better say this.
Just say it now. Say it. Say it, damn it.
Dave says, but Selena is dead.
I still wouldn't go to San Antonio and, do that.
Well, the greatest comment I saw on that post was, I dare you to say it in corpus. Yeah, that was what I was like,
Oh.
ooh. I was like, that's even worse.
That's like going to Waco and saying Koresh was right or something like that.
Was he not? Yeah. It's okay. Tyler, Jett, and Brent don't watch.
True.
I don't know who else is from Waco.
It's Waco. Who cares?
And Matt Prince says, in our hearts, she's not.
Fair. But let's go ahead and talk about what's going to be the main event at MPX. Actually, no, before we get to the main event, let's go ahead and talk about one of the interesting developments that we got today, of all days, on the MPX Addicts page. Before we lose everybody at all, we have an announcement of we will have one of 3 debuting graduating trainees.
Actually,
you know,
poll should be over.
Hmm?
Poll should be over. He said
Already?
7:45, didn't he?
dang, I was hoping that would go on longer, like a couple of days or something.
I thought you said 7:45. I don't know. I'll check.
Patrick says Sebastian Envy and Schaefer defeat Dave Sagan for the tag titles once Tatum gets tired of Dave's top 10 list.
God damn it.
It's may not be wrong.
Dave says vote
you can
Iron
only-
Stomach.
you can only be a bottom bitch for so long, right?
But yeah, Mikey B, the one-man boy band, was basically
It was 7:45 is when the match happened Saturday.
okay.
So get there early.
Yeah, so get there early on Saturday. So yeah, the voting is still going on. So I'm going to go ahead and plug. Officially, Certified Mark Productions is not siding with anybody specifically or endorsing anyone, even though all 3 of us voted for the same person.
No Emerald.
According to the poll.
Dave says,
Oh God.
Dave says all of my top 10 lists are read in Chill's voice, by the way.
Of course they are. But let's see. We've got Aaron Emerald, who's the Bedford bounty hunter. He says he's a simple man trying to make his way through the world of professional wrestling, and feels that after the attack by Michael Schaefer, he lost his true debut. So he's looking to get that back and show MPX what he's made of. And
Better watch behind his back the entire time.
I know, right? He's like, with a call out like that, Michael Schaefer might come after him again.
Well, that, and I mean, if that happened to me on my debut, I'm pretty sure I would walk backwards all the time now.
Eyes in the back of my head, yeah.
Maybe get some security to help you. Well, not our security because they don't do much. But
And then we got Mikey B. Mikey B, the new kid on the block, here to show his never before seen in-ring ability. The one-man boy band behemoth claims that if his amazing dance moves and breathtaking singing voice don't get you on your feet, his wrestling ability will. He is the one to bring Backstreet back, and claims he can make all of MPX's champions say bye, bye, bye to that gold around their waist. I love it already.
I was going to say, I might actually change my vote now because I actually enjoyed that. But that was Mikey B. But the only thing I hate about that is the fact we've seen him as our new backstage announcer.
I know.
So I don't like the idea of him.
The only reason I would not want Mikey B to win is because I love him as the backstage announcer.
I was saying that. I kind of do miss Andre. But, and he's good. Don't get me wrong. Mikey B is good. My only problem is the fact that we've seen him as our backstage announcer. Mm-hmm. So now if he becomes a wrestler, well, I mean, I guess that might work. Maybe I
but
can
then again,
audition
that's
to
why
be the
he's ahead in the
backstage
polls right now, if you
wrestler.
think about it.
Because we've seen him.
Mm-hmm. He's got the presence. And of course, let's not forget.
But I'm not going to lie. I like the Backstreet and NSYNC. He might have won me with that. That's good. As much as I love Iron Belly and Medieval, the Backstreet and NSYNC kind of won me.
Mm-hmm. But of course, then there's the third one, Iron Belly. I know that everybody knows my relationship with this guy because he's my best friend. But
I thought Sebastian was your best friend.
No, Sebastian.
If it wasn't me, it was going to be Dave. You know, one of us will say that.
Yeah, I know. But of course, it's like this. He's Mr. Fix-It. You've all seen him. You all know him. He's been there for 3 years. I mean, these 3 guys have been putting in a year or better of work to bring their talents to the ring, and I cannot wait to see this. Iron Belly, Mikey B, Seth Goff.
Aaron
Emerald. Aaron Emerald.
Who the hell is Seth?
I don't know.
That's our shitty camera guy. Don't mention him.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking right at the camera and I thought I saw the ghost of him right there. Aaron Emerald. These three guys looking to hope and debut this Saturday. Make sure you go vote.
It's Emerald. You got to push a little closer.
Mad Prince says, I already want to make him a one-hit wonder.
Oh,
bro, I know you're a little young, but Backstreet Boys was the shit back in the day. I mean, NSYNC was better, obviously, but.
So are we going to get Mikey B, his own Shane Helms, and God, who else was it in 3 count?
Really?
What, you don't remember 3 count?
Oh, I remember. I was praying you do. Shane Helms, Shannon Moore, and Evan Courageous. God damn.
I only remember Shane Helms.
And they had Tank Abbott. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't get me started. 3 count was the shit. Sir. 3 count was amazing.
I didn't think anybody could have strong opinions about 3 count, but here you go.
3 count was amazing.
Holy crap.
Why do you think I like Shane Helms so much?
Okay, admittedly,
and then
for me, it's because of Hurricane.
And then like Shannon Moore became such a punk. I'm like, that destroys the image of 3 count. Evan Courage has always sucked. Don't get me fucking wrong. Don't get me started on that. But dude, in the introduction of Tank Abbott as like the roadie and then the bodyguard. Oh, come on.
Seeing him out as the one.
I know Dimitri agrees with me.
Matt Prince says, "I love Backstreet. He just can't bring it back. Only Backstreet can."
Hey, AJ's trying.
They all are. They tour together.
Yeah, but AJ just released a single, so.
Oh well, what's his name?
Oh my God.
The Ginger had done singles for years, just Christian shit, but I mean Christian stuff.
We have CWF guys on the comments. Shut up. But yeah,
I went to a private school. I'm allowed to say that.
I grew up Catholic. I have a whole bunch to say.
That explains your love for Kevin Smith and Dogma. It's okay. God has a sense of humor. Look at the duckbill platypus.
Dead Polymer says, "We could be a Backstreet Boy."
Palmer?
Dead Polymers.
Oh, for a second I thought she said Matthew Palmer. I go, what the fuck is he doing watching this?
Oh shit! Cut the feed.
Matthew Palmer does not listen to this.
No, he knows better.
And to Polymer's comment, Mad Prince says, "All good boyos."
But yeah, go vote. Go let MPX know who you want to see debut this Saturday, 7:45, after the doors open, before the show starts. We're looking for a pretty fun match. I mean, come on, they're going to be taking on Stephen Kirby.
Remedy just joined the chat.
Oh, now we have fun.
Oh yeah.
Why can't Remedy teach one of the rookies?
That would be fun.
That would be very fun.
In that case, I would vote for Emerald.
I was going to say that would secure Aaron Emerald's vote right there. Although I'll admit, I do want to see Remedy versus Iron Belly.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I want to see Remedy fight everyone because I want to see Remedy kill people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
There's an order. I'm much rather see Remedy kill Aaron Emerald first.
Yeah. Start at the bottom, work your way up. This is what you get for not watching the show, Aaron.
That you fucking record.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like us. We gave you a job. Oh wait, you don't pay him though, so
I don't pay me, so I don't. Nobody else gets paid until after I get paid.
I always think of we're not the Millers. I'm only getting hired for this. Y'all are getting paid.
Top Hat says Matthew Palmer could listen/watch this and pass it on to Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, good lord. Why though?
I was gonna say then we get blacklisted from ever working again from anywhere.
Yeah.
And
Even Roe would say, be like, "Oh no, I heard about y'all. Y'all are done."
Somebody passed along that show. Yeah, this is worse than DCW, guys. And he would know.
Good thing Carl Knight does not listen either.
Dimitri says, "Fuck."
Carl tried to make a silk.
3 count fucks hard.
Yes.
I hope everybody's kids are in bed. But let's go ahead and talk about the main.
8:53. Were you in bed as a kid?
No.
Okay.
But then again, 8:53 the next morning, I still wasn't in bed as a kid.
True.
I didn't sleep much as a child, so.
I still don't sleep much.
That's true. Unfortunately, it's got less to do with that and more to do with the fact that I go to bed and wake back up like an hour later. So, yeah, the main event is going to be Dimitri Alexander.
Also appearing.
Oh, well, no, also appearing.
I mean, he's on there. You might as well mention him.
I was going to. What the hell is this? No.
Bro.
Also appearing. We've got the Mad Prince is going to be there. We've got Tommy Becker's going to be there. Is Ryan going to be there this time?
I don't know.
Or is it just going to be Tommy?
Last time we saw Tommy, he was by himself. Last time we saw Ryan, he was by himself. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, they're coming off their New Texas, stint. So
Yeah, true.
hopefully they have their debut in new tights because those looked amazing at New Texas.
Matthew Palmer will be there.
Monster
And of
Hunter.
course, he is still looking to summon and fight Hardacus. So maybe
Does he summon someone else other than Renfield? Oh God,
I would love to see. I would love to see. He keeps trying and keeps getting. Next time he gets Matthew Fisher.
Maybe Dimitri remembers he had a manager in Inspire. Maybe he'll summon her. That would be hilarious. He just keeps summoning wrong people.
Yeah,
God, that'd be great.
He gets Matthew Fisher next. Then he gets James Johnson. Journey to the Stars version.
That'll be hilarious. He's in the middle of the tag match. Lights go out, and there's just a backstage vignette of him popping up next to his Palmer. Be like, "No, I was with Bayern fighting for the titles. What's going on?" Yes, we are completely off the rails.
Oh, completely and totally.
I blame Dave. I blame Dave.
Sebastian Envy will be there,
Of
so yes,
course
I'm
you gotta
looking
mention
forward to
that.
that. Well, he's also going to be filming his short film there. So,
Well, no offense, but since Emerald's not winning, have the mop next to Jay, just for this match. Tim Storm's not there, so you don't have to worry about using it for Melanie. Just got to use it for you.
You see no.
Well, and Gino's
I'm
not there, so that's not going to be for her either.
This. Michael Schaefer will be there as well. And we'll just talk about how somebody's not allowed to talk about Michael Schaefer.
Is it this or mainline? I can't talk about
it's
him.
Mainline. You can't talk about.
Oh, well, Schaefer's great.
Yeah.
Michael Schaefer.
I mean, that's the only reason I like Envy right now is he's with Schaefer. He chose the right man for the job.
I'm really happy with this team up. I thought it was actually a great choice on that one. Oh, do I even want to know? But let's talk about the main event because this is the weird one. What? Somebody doesn't want to talk about the main event.
He says you're not done talking about Sebastian.
You haven't even met Sebastian. How would you know? God damn it.
It's not wrong.
No. Dmitry Alexandrov will be defending the MPX championship against Mr. Legs.
I want the shortest team ever of Jay Sirius, Sebastian, Prince Adam, and Hornswoggle. I need that short stable. Please. MPX, give me the shortest stable ever imagined.
But then you have to have Sky, Dimitri, Remedy, and Legs all in a team
I
together.
am fine with that.
Just to have the fight between the two.
Don't even need that. You just need one of them to go against all four. Have Deathmatch Andre just kill all four of them. All at once. He literally just has two of them in choke slams and does them both. He
Can
know
you
he
tell
could.
that we've missed being able to do this in the same place.
I also think it's because we know Richard's not watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave up.
Oh,
I don't.
He gave up after number 9. Yeah, I got to bring 7 to him on Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
The blow-up doll.
What?
How far back are you?
Apparently, I'm pretty damn good. What the hell? Can we go to live here, please?
I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't. But
The main event.
the main event, I'm actually looking forward.
You're
to
breaking up the stable already.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this match, though, because Mr. Legs is getting better and better and better. I mean, he rightfully won Rookie of the Year last year.
One Rookie of the Year won a devastating ladder match
Mhm.
that we didn't think was possible in the MPX building.
And not only did they
and
make it
management
possible-
said, fuck you guys, watch us.
Yeah. It was like, not only did they make it possible, they made it damn good. So.
Yeah, they did. And it was one of those where, yeah, Silver somehow still immortal.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't, I don't know, it wasn't, I'm not trying to be critical, but I didn't see Silver die as much as I thought he would.
Yeah.
You know, for a Silver type hardcore match.
I know. It's like, well, I think it.
I figured, he
I
would
don't-
put his head in the ladder and then try to dive through the ropes or something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Something
like-
to do would be like, oh, watch me cheat death for the 10,000th time. Like remember the show A Million One Ways to Die?
Mhm.
That's Jason Silver's story. That's just, it's a
Ways
biography.
to Die, the Jason Silver story.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really curious what they're gonna do. What he's gonna do next.
Yeah, it is to see where we go with Legs, because he's obviously, we saw a different streak and mean streak in him.
Yeah,
We saw him unlock something we haven't seen before, and
he's vicious.
he needs it against Dimitri.
Yeah.
I mean, Dimitri's gearing up. He just beat Luke in one hell of a contest. He just beat ACH. He's preparing to fight a legitimate bear in San Antonio in June. Like, literally a bear. People go search Paro. He's a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Byron knows all
seen-
about it, I think. God damn it, why are we live? This is why we can't be live. I say shit and I shouldn't.
I can't edit this out, man.
If anyone gets offended or if Byron hears this, I am sorry. I didn't mean it. I say shit and I don't think. I have no filter. People probably should know this.
If they know you, they should know it.
I was going to say, I talk about
Besides,
going
I don't
through. I talk
even
about
know
going
if-
to strip clubs all the time. So, I mean, people should know I have no
don't even know
filter.
if Byron likes bears.
I've actually never met, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you.
I'm not sure if you consider Mario a bear.
That's why I was like, I've never met him, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I've never.
Apparently, I just know he's older from last week.
No. He's got experience. With older
Oh,
men.
okay.
You know, we all have our histories.
Mario is handsome as shit, though. I will say that.
I was gonna say, shit. I'm usually the older one. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, it's still Legs is getting better and better, and I think
Yes.
getting the opportunity to go up against Dmitry Alexandrov is going to allow him to showcase ability and skills that he hasn't been able to before. And
I feel it's going to be a lot like when he goes against Sky. We're going to see a lot of stuff that we haven't seen before because he's finally got someone tall and big enough to actually have him do these things with.
and someone who's got both the the skill and the go, I guess you could say, to be able to go with some of the crazier stuff that he wants to do.
Yep.
It's like I fully expect we're going to see at least one move that if it's one that he hasn't pulled out before, at least at the very least, he hasn't pulled it out in a while.
Yep. Exactly. And yeah, while this, like I said earlier, this is one of those where MPX management kind of has their work cut out for him in finding top talent. It's not that Legs isn't a top talent. It's just, it's Dmitry. And Dmitry is on one of, if not the biggest roles of his career. So, yeah, it's going to be entertaining.
Chris Fulmer says that blood bottle is going to turn Legs into the most evil being imaginable, a Russian oligarch.
We didn't mention it.
I didn't say a word.
That's why both of
he's not even watching anymore.
Oh, is he not?
No. Remember?
Okay, yeah. So, hey, we're not allowed to mention the
Yeah.
X-Nay, the bottle A, apparently.
We're not
A.
allowed to talk about it anymore. Which just no, I don't know. But that's me. That's me. We don't book. We don't.
Script A, said no A, bottle A.
Yeah. But
I don't know Pigline, I just guess.
yeah, Dmitry doesn't exactly have the golden shovel, I guess you could call it. But sorry, that was one of my favorite lines from the Roman angle. It's
That was pretty
everybody keeps
good.
talking about this golden shovel I got. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, that's the other thing. When you look, even in the Luke match, Dmitry elevated Luke to talents that I think a lot of addicts, like, yeah, we've seen him and he was good.
Yeah.
But there was points in that match where we legit thought, oh shit, Luke's gonna take the belt.
Yeah.
There was legit points last week after the second Breen Belt. I was like, holy shit, we're getting ACH next week.
Yeah, my main thought was, how the fuck are we affording this?
Told you, it's like case of mouthwash.
Yeah. That's really?
You lied to me.
I didn't.
You lied to me.
I didn't lie. I was
No, you
told
did lie.
I was told he wasn't watching anymore.
You son of a bitch. This is why I can't say stuff.
I didn't mention it first. That's all I'm going to say. We didn't.
Neither one of us
Yeah,
mentioned it
neither
first.
one of us mentioned
We
it
just
first.
ran with it and was told we're not allowed to say it.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's like us saying the reason why Savage King won here. We're not allowed to say it. We know, but we're not allowed to say it.
Yeah.
Which we didn't.
He was afraid of the Monster Hunter. That's all. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
He was afraid
He
of
was,
the Monster
well, I
Hunter.
figured he's afraid of the addicts. He knew they would shit on him. So.
But
I'm sorry. Did you know who the fuck Savage King was before?
I'll be honest.
Okay, that's what
kinda
I
did
thought.
not.
Therefore, the addicts would not know and would shit on him.
Lily did, but then again, she actually,
I was gonna say she actually researched like a production should.
Yeah. It's like she's better at that than I am. Like when she gets interested in something, she goes like whole hog into, just like, I will know everything about this. I think it's starting to get to the point where she knows more about wrestling than I do. And I've been watching wrestling my whole life, so what the fuck?
Chris Fulmer
you're
says, well,
slacking.
okay, does Legs at least get to keep the briefcase?
No. And he has to get rid of the PED glitter.
I don't.
If he
think
can't have the power
I don't think
of
that's
the thing
happening.
that was in the thing, he can't have the power of the glitter either.
I don't think anybody gets the thing in the thing anymore.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe eventually, Legs will get another briefcase, and he'll get the thing in that briefcase.
Oh, Exodus ain't letting that one go.
Uh huh.
Hadn't Legs already tried to get that briefcase?
Did he?
Wasn't that one of Exodus's first opponents?
I think so.
Was it?
I thought so.
I thought he only.
Is that not what Legs says? No. Says you.
Sorry, ladies
Touche.
and gentlemen.
Touche. Yeah. You can say that.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and. I think we can go ahead and start to cut it here because I think we're out of matches. We've done the also rans.
We don't have another Sagan top 10 to go?
No more Sagan top 10.
Dimitri,
That's how we get yelled at.
Dimitri says, "I'm always watching."
Of course you. No. That's Remedy who's always.
No, that was Sky.
That was Sky. Oh yeah, Sky's always.
Sky was watching you.
Remedy's always listening.
I don't think they allow this at the asylum.
Oh, thank God.
Top Hat says the thing in the next briefcase, Thigh Master 3000.
Let's go ahead
That was
and
where
cut
I
it
was
here, ladies
going.
and gentlemen. Get your tickets for MPX's Riot Act this Saturday. It's going to be an interesting show, to say the least. Hopefully, next week on MPX Rehab will be a little more.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you're cutting a lot out. Be sure to stay for the filming.
Yeah, stay for the filming because Sebastian Envy would like to have a crowd of sorts for his short film.
Season pass is still online. There's 5 shows in May. Yeah, you may have missed one, but guess what? You still get 4. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
MPX Network.
Oh yeah.
Best 999.
Yep.
Make sure you support all of our current wrestlers with the merch.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, buy the merch. Definitely buy the merch. Support Lullyboo Creations as well because that woman kills herself to get these high quality, awesome shirts to everybody.
And Experience Wrestling on the 21st.
Ah, yeah, definitely. Looking forward to that.
They announced a 4-way, which was kind of surprising today. So go check that out.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out Certified Mark Wrestling.
Well, actually, Certified Mark Wrestling. We'll see where that one's going because we haven't heard from Hunter in a bit, so we'll talk about that one later.
I'll get with him about it.
Yeah, but yeah, check us out, MPX Mainline.
Check out our stuff. Actually, don't check out our stuff. We don't know if it's still up yet. Hang on.
No, it's not so much our stuff. It's Hunter Hampton's digital.
Oh, okay, that's
that one.
right. I was sitting there. I was like, "What?
Although
You?"
I do
I was
have
like,
to-
"You lost our website? What?"
I have to restart the domain license again.
Ah, okay.
That's $120, man. It's been a little bit since I've had that kind of money to spend. But either way, get your tickets. Got to be with you, ladies and gentlemen.
Bring me a beer because it's my birthday Thursday, so you can give it to me Saturday.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Ooh, maybe Iron Belly will bring you some meat.
He probably has to win the vote, and it doesn't look like he's going to.
Who knows? All right. Mark out all.
See you Saturday? Did I miss that?
Yeah.